A general betrayed. Pies. The Obsidian Empire. 1,000 years of darkness, ruled by the promise of order. General Kaelen, the most loyal servant. But loyalty meant little to the Emperor. The Emperor's wrath was swift. Kaelen was accused of treason. Traitor! His honor was stripped. The general was exiled. The swamp of exile, where honor went to die. The general was gone. The survivor remained. His redemption began now. The Emperor's orders. Find Kaelen. Ensure his loyalty ends with his death. Kaelen was a ghost in the water. One breath too many, and he was found. The mountains called. He sought allies in the forgotten kingdoms. Days turned into weeks. The general survived on grit and the promise of revenge. He was being watched. The Empire's reach was long. Lyra, the last knight of the Free Kingdom.
A potential ally, or a final threat.
The alliance began with silence. A mutual enemy was all the introduction they needed.
The general was brought to the secret camp. The seed of rebellion was planted.
The Archmage sought the old magic, the true power against the Emperor's tyranny.
The general possessed the only key. Intimate knowledge of the enemy's fortress.
We must sabotage the war machines before the siege. It's the only practical approach.
Absolutely not. We will meet them on the field.
The mage proposed a synthesis. Strategy married with magic.
The journey began. The mountain pass was as cold as the Emperor's heart. The Archmage cleared the way. Magic was the key to this frozen world. The Emperor's guards were everywhere. The mountains were a hostile prison. Lyra's courage was absolute. A true knight against the savage cold. The coastal fortress. The unbreachable shield of the Obsidian Empire. Kaelen analyzed the defenses. He knew every flaw, every sentry post.
Saria prepared the magical defense. Their true army was in the elements.
The Emperor received the warning. He dismissed the general's knowledge as a desperate final act. The rebel army was few, but united by purpose. The siege was set. Move the engines! Their engines were crude, but their aim was true. They relied on surprise. The first shot. The declaration of war against the Empire. The defenses were immense. They needed to find the weakness.
Marcus knew his general's tactics. He knew this was Kaelen's work.
Friend against friend. The cost of this war would be measured in loyalty. The rogue's mission,
Find the structural flaw beneath the Imperial eye.
The General's secret was the flaw in the foundation. Finn was the trigger.
Mission complete. The demolition expert was clear of the blast zone. Knights led the charge. The true rebellion had arrived at the gate.
Lyra's skill was unmatched, a noble beacon in the Empire's darkness.
The Empire's numbers were endless. The breach was a trap. The Archmage provided the necessary power. A wave of ancient magic. The rear gate. We attack there.
Agreed. Let's move.
Secret path, built by Kaelen's engineers, forgotten by the Emperor. The rogue's true talent, precision over power.
The valve. The key to the aqueduct defense. The rusted valve fought back. The General's strength was tested.
The flood began. The tunnel was their temporary exit.
The aqueduct was flooded. Their path was sealed behind them. Finn's precision was key. The rogue made no noise.
There he is! It's now or never. Let's move!
The Kingmaker arrived. The final judgment. Vexus was blind to his own folly. He saw a wood against magic. Humility against arrogance. The duel began. Kaelen knew his enemy's movements. The General's tactics were superior to the Emperor's rage. The rogue had his own task, to break the Emperor's ultimate command structure. Finn's diversion, the moment Kaelen was waiting for. The final strike. The Emperor's power was disarmed. The Emperor's reign ended not in glory, but on his knees. Justice demanded a price only the General could pay. The rogue secured the evidence. The past was sealed. The war was won. The throne was empty. The night found her General, the true ruler of the Empire. The General had paid the highest price. He was done with the power of the throne. The Kingmaker chose the true ruler. The Knight of Justice. The Obsidian Empire was over. The Kingdom of Light was born. The Kingmaker left his finished work behind. He sought no reward, only peace.
He rode into the rising sun. The General was finally free.
The General refused the crown. His war was for freedom, not for a throne. Subscribe for the next great story.
The Empire fell. The Kingdom of Light was restored. The era of the Kingmaker was over. The new age dawns.